My tire shredded on the expressway. Motherfucking window broke. Got that shit fixed. Can't see through that motherfucker. That's how I like it. Anyway, come to AutoZone to pick some shit up. So, I'm coming out the store. I'm minding my motherfucking business, right? Little young dreadhead ass nigga started walking up to me. Now, I see why white people so stereotypical of these fucking niggas. You walk up to me with some nappy ass motherfucking dreads with your pants hanging below your motherfucking ass, nigga, you suspect. Anyway, long story short, little nigga started walking up to me, so shit, fuck that shit, I conceal carry, nigga. I carry my shit all the time. So, I'm already ready for him. This nigga come up to me, hey big homie, where you from? I'm looking at this nigga, I ain't say shit, I kept walking. Hey, I said, where the fuck you from? I said, who the fuck you talking to, nigga? He said, I'm talking to you. He's like, man, what the fuck you doing with that blue on around here? I say, nigga, blue? You mean my motherfucking coat I got on? So my man like, yo, you can't be wearing no motherfucking blue around here. Nigga, what? Dude, I'm a grown-ass motherfucking man, nigga. I wish the fuck you would come at me on some color shit. So he started reaching in his little pocket and shit. When he reached in his pocket, I pulled my motherfucking thing out. He gonna bag back real quick. No, big homie, it ain't even like that. It ain't even like that. Man, I was just playing. Nigga gonna say, oh, that's a nice watch, Joe. Yeah, that watch right there. I bet, motherfucker. So, no, big homie, it ain't even like that, Joe. You know how it is. No, I don't know how the fuck it is, nigga. But you gonna know how it is. I'm telling y'all. Y'all got kids out here. Y'all better teach your motherfuckers some manners, because I swear to God, I knock they motherfucking shit back. I don't bother nobody. I don't fuck with nobody. I'm a family-oriented man. I stay to myself. But if you fuck with me, nigga, you threaten my life, I'm gonna blow your motherfucking brains out. Y'all got kids out here, y'all better teach their ass right from wrong, because I don't play no motherfucking games, you dig? No games. Walk the fuck up on me with that shit, any other nigga would've knocked your motherfucking shit back. Niggas lucky I got patience nowadays. Anyway, it's your boy Chicago's very own J Hustle. Moral of the story, parents, you got kids out here, better teach their ass right from wrong, or you coming to their motherfucking funeral.
Yeah, buddy. It's your boy Chicago's very own James J Hustle hopped on reporting to you live from YN'a. That's Ghetto News Network. Yes, it's your favorite big black, big back with a tongue that can speak the truth but do something to the point where you will never get your bitch back. If you from Chicago, you know, we do that lingo. We always wanted to be pimps here. So, I want to address this video that's going viral again. If you read the title, it's about the video from AutoZone back in 2015. So, some of you all follow me because you all saw that video back then. But everything that I always put on social media, it never goes viral from me. It always goes viral because somebody will share it and upload it to their page, or somebody else will download it and re-upload it, and next thing you know, it's going to all these different websites. That AutoZone video went to World Star Hip Hop. It went to TMZ, it went to CNN, MSNBC. That video was everywhere. That video went international. So that's pretty much how a lot of you all know me. But I was going viral way before that AutoZone video. I've been doing this stuff, which I call Ghetto News Network, and recording different things since way back in 2003. I used to record everything. Just my life. So I guess they call it nowadays blogging, but I used to pretty much record everything. So this video about the AutoZone thing, somebody, I guess, went to World Star Hip Hop. They got the video. They re-uploaded it. So now that video is circulating again. And it's on so many different platforms. Everybody is talking about it. And I just wanted to address some issues with the video. Again, I shot that video back in 2015. And my phone was in the car, so I was using my secondary phone, which was a little cheap-ass burner phone. I used my other phone to record a lot of crimes and different stuff like that. And that phone I just happened to have in my pocket because I was going into the store. So that's why the quality of the video is crappy. Yes, it was on an Android for all of you iPhone people. But what I wanted to address about that video is a couple of issues. First, I just want to say this. I don't think I'm tough. I don't think I'm bad. I'm just a man from Chicago. I grew up in the trenches. If you from Chicago, you from the south side or the west side, even if you weren't in the streets, you pretty much grew up in the trenches. You grew up around all the drug dealers, all the gangbangers, all the pimps, all the players, all the hoes, all the hustlers. That's where we get our mentality from as far as hustling and knowing how to survive in these streets and make money. See, back when I was growing up, it was all about making money. We weren't out here in the streets doing all this crazy shit that these kids doing nowadays, which we call YNs, aka young niggas. I used to be a YN, I guess, but now I'm an ON. I'm an old nigga, or an OAN, an old ass nigga. So again, that AutoZone video is recirculating. It's going viral, so I just wanted to address it. And y'all know I be babbling on. I had brain surgery, so I be all over the place. I don't rehearse my videos or what I'm gonna say or no shit like that. But and I say a lot. I hate that shit. First issue to address about the video. A lot of people are talking about a certain thing I said in that video when the young man approached me and he asked me where I was from, and I can't have that color on around there. And I was like, what, my coat or jacket or some shit I said. And in my mind back then, if you from the streets and you know how to survive, you're not sitting there thinking about why he asking me about colors. You sitting there thinking about what I'm about to do next, what he on, and you looking at your surroundings at the same time, at your peripheral, while keeping your eyes on him at all times. Because you have to be prepared to defend yourself. I don't care if you're in Chicago. I don't care if you're on the East Coast, the West Coast, down south. The rules are the same. It all applies. Back in the day and right now, even nowadays especially. So when he asked me about colors, and I didn't think about it until after that video. So everybody in the comments section of the videos that circulate now talking about, oh, he lying, he lying. How am I lying? When back in the day, I had to go to AutoZone. I had to put in a request through their corporate to pull the footage from the AutoZone buildings, which they sent me the footage, their surveillance footage from AutoZone, to back up everything that I was saying was true. I uploaded that video to the video I had put on my page back then. And if you all know, they took that page years ago. I had over 1 million followers. I made another page which they just took on June 8th of this year, 2025, and I only had 176,000 followers. Well, I had almost 400,000 until I came out and just publicly let it be known that I was a black conservative and all of that and Trump supporter. So a lot of motherfuckers deleted me and all that shit. But that's a whole nother story. The point is, the video is recirculating again. And when it comes to the colors, I would have said the same thing if I would have saw a video from somebody else. Knowing that I'm from Chicago, from the west side. That area of Chicago at that time was where my baby mama used to live. We call it Capitol Hill. It's right off of Central and Madison. Actually, that AutoZone is on Madison and Lotus. We don't go by colors here in Chicago. Ain't no Bloods and Crips in Chicago. Well, actually they are. But we don't go by colors in Chicago. If you're from Chicago, you know the only way you identify a gang member is if your head is broke to the left or if your head is broke to the right. We have never done colors here in Chicago. Now, they do colors, and they still do colors in Chicago in certain Hispanic areas. If you in Humble Park, Little Village, you know, different things like that. With, you know, all cities and states have Hispanic communities. If you are in certain areas of Chicago, Hispanic neighborhoods, to be adequately speaking or whatever. Again, I had brain surgery. I'll be fucking up my words. But the only people that have always went by colors in Chicago, and it's not all the time, it's only sometimes with them when they on bullshit. It's like the Latin Kings, the 2-6, and shit like that. So depending on what color you have on, yeah, they'll fuck with you or ask you where you from and all of that shit, what you represent, where you going, you know, little different shit like that. But the main majority of us in Chicago, blacks, Hispanics, Asians, all of us, we never went by colors. We always went by if you riding under the fin or if you riding under the 6. You peoples or folks. That's all we've ever known. That's all we ever did. But again, when I was growing up, we had real gangs. We didn't have what they have nowadays, which they call cliques. Ain't no more real gangs out here. When I grew up around vice lords. I grew up conservative. All my people was vice lords, conservative vice lords or traveling vice lords. Yeah, I had some family members that was GDs. But all I gotta say, man, is this generation of children are so fucked up in the head. So we didn't go by no motherfucking colors. I wasn't thinking about that shit back then. Ain't no Bloods and Crips. We don't do that color shit, especially in that area. So I'm like, you know, the motherfucker was inexperienced. That young man that I'm talking about, we are actually now friends. Yeah, I said it. We are actually now friends. He has been on my Facebook page he contacted me after I got married. It was 2018. I got married September 1st on my birthday. So about the end of September, the beginning of October, he contacted me. I had no idea who he was. And he told me who he was, and he asked could he talk to me. Called through Facebook Messenger. We had a conversation. And I'm happy to say that that young man that was supposed to take my life that day is now my friend. He was not running with a real gang like we was back in the day. He wasn't a Vice Lord. He wasn't a GD. He was running with a clique. I ain't even going to say the name of the little clique. But they put him up to doing some dumb shit. So to prove yourself, like when I was growing up, we call it putting in work or earning stripes. So you had to go do some shit. But going to do some shit didn't mean going to unalive somebody, if you understand what I'm saying. It's a whole lot of other shit you can do to prove yourself. So with his little clique, young immature niggas, what they were supposed to do, they sent him off with, that's what we used to call a send-off man. So they sent him off on a mission to go do some dumb shit to somebody. I just happened to be that somebody. If it wasn't me, it would have been somebody else. I'm actually glad that it was me because I was thinking on my toes. If it wasn't me, I believe he would have killed somebody else. But his main objective was, he said, in order to boost himself up. Hold on, this saying slow connection. I know I'm on Wi-Fi. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, I'm on Wi-Fi. I'm sitting in my fucking house. Wi-Fi box is right there. It's just that when I'm speaking on some real shit, Facebook love to fuck with my stuff. But his objective was to go do something to somebody, rob them, and then shoot them. And that's how he was to prove how tough he was, how big his nuts was. So when they sent this young man out, he told me on the phone, through Facebook Messenger, we was talking on the phone. He told me that he had popped some pills. He had smoked some leaf. If you don't know what leaf is, that's weed laced with PCP. He was supposed to go out and do something to somebody. And again, I was that somebody. I just happened to be that somebody. I got the drawdown on him before he got it on me. So the young man told me his mother found out about what he did. Because after he didn't get a victim, his so-called clique jumped on him. Jumped on him real bad, put him in the hospital and shit. So that's when his mother found out what was going on. His mother told him he had to get out of Chicago. His mother sent him to live with her sister in, the fuck is that? He said either Davenport or Freeport, Illinois, some shit like that. And that relative sent him to Iowa to live with his aunt. His other aunt. So, long story short, he told me after living there, he was still trying to get back in the streets and hang around the little guys and shit and act like he was tough. And I guess because he was from Chicago, they looked at it like he was a bitch or something and you got to prove yourself and you can't be with us. I don't know. I have no fucking idea. Long story short, they sent him to Atlanta. Not the gang, the clique. His family member sent him to Atlanta. That's where his father lived. He said when he got to Atlanta, the father, whoever, pretty much told him, you gonna get your shit together or you gonna get the fuck out of my house. What he did was chose to get his shit together. So he's been working at, I ain't gonna say the company. He's been working at a company ever since back then, ever since he got sent to Atlanta and started to get his shit together and straighten his life up. That man now has 2 children and a wife. He has still been at the same company ever since he told me he got to Atlanta, I guess after a couple months or whatever, after he got established and the daddy or whoever made him be a man and go out there and do what the fuck he needed to do and stay out these streets or get the fuck out of my house. He chose to stay out the streets. He said he stopped smoking the weed, stopped popping the pills, all that shit when he got down there because who he was down there with, they weren't allowing him to do that. So, I told you, I say a lot. For y'all that don't know, no, I'm not making this shit up. If you know me, you've been following me, you already know. I had brain surgery. I had 2. if you could see that little knot on my head, like Tom and Jerry when they bust a motherfucker in the head and that little knot come up, I have a pump in my head called the ventricular reservoir. So I've had 2 brain surgeries already, and I'm working on the 3rd, and they want to cut my ass from here all the way back around down my spine to my back. I don't want a 3rd brain surgery. I got a lot of shit going on. So that's why I say a lot. I forget a lot. I bumble over my words. I'm not as articulate as I used to be. I just forget a whole lot of shit. And again, I don't script these videos. If you look around, I don't have no pen, no paper, no nothing that I wrote down. It's just me telling y'all my story. So that's what I wanted to address in that video. The second thing I wanted to address in that video. You got a lot of YN's on the video that's circulating now. And you got all of them saying, oh, you think you tough, you think you can't be got. No, motherfucker. That's not what I think. See, I'm an 80s baby. I grew up on the west side of Chicago my entire motherfucking life. If you know, you know. If you know, you fucking know. So no, I don't think I'm tough. I just know how to survive. I just know I'm a man, and I just know I ain't finna take nobody's shit. And I will protect my life and the life of my wife and my family at all costs. But like my daddy used to tell me, son, you gonna lose your life. And I never understood what the fuck he meant by that. I never understood what he meant. But he pretty much was telling me, just because you think you tough, it's always somebody tougher. Just because you got a gun, it's always somebody with a bigger gun. Just because your gun may be bigger and their gun may be smaller, they may pull their gun before you pull yours. And if you just happen to be the one that get the ups on them, you taking your ass to prison. So you can get your shit together, or you can get the fuck out of my house. Just like that young man, father, whoever told him in Atlanta, that's pretty much the same thing my daddy told me. So that's why I have compassion for that young man. But turn this around. God rest my mom and my daddy's soul. That man right there, and my mama, but really my daddy, that man right there is the reason that I'm still alive today. He gave me a lot of insight and knowledge. My daddy wasn't a soft man. He put his foot down. He'll put his foot in your ass. Even as an adult, my daddy would put his foot in your ass. What he said went. And you know, when you young, you hear your parents saying shit and you, man, they don't know what the fuck they talking about. They don't know what the fuck they talking about. And as a kid, you think you know everything. But when we grow up and we become adults, you realize that we do not know everything. Everything that an older person or your parents try to teach you as a child, as a teenager, as you growing up, everything they tell you, you think is bullshit. But when you grow up and you become our age now, when you become 40 fucking years old, you realize when you have kids that, damn, everything they were saying was right. Now the shit that they telling you, you try to instill in your children. I have a son now, just turned 22 years old, June 5th. Told y'all, my memory, my mind be fucked up. My son just turned 22 June 5th. And I try to teach him the same shit my daddy taught me. But I also teach him what my father taught me. I can raise you to the best of my ability. He had and he has a good mother. So his mother taught him the same thing as well. His mother don't take no shit. But as an adult, you gonna go out in these streets and you gonna do whatever the fuck you want to do, no matter how good we raised you. So I tell my son like this: you have to bear your own cross. I can only teach you right from wrong, just like your mother taught you right from wrong. So if you decide to take your ass out in the streets and do some dumb shit, guess who's responsible for that shit? You, nigga. Don't call. Don't write. Ain't no motherfucker coming to visit you in no jail, no prison, no nothing. So do what the fuck you need to do as a young man. Grow up, live your life, create your own fucking family, and hopefully you can pass that shit down to your kids. So, I just wanted to speak on that about the video. And also in the comment section of these videos, even on my Facebook page before it got deleted the other day, new people are coming on this page, and when they find that I'm a black conservative and all this shit, or I speak out against the black on black violence, they always coming at me sideways. They always coming at me like I'm some type of hoe ass nigga. I ain't no fucking hoe. I'm just a man. You breathe the same air that I breathe. You bleed the same fucking blood that I bleed. You got kids like I got kids. You got a family like I got a family. So don't ever, ever, ever underestimate me. And just because I preach all of that Dr. Martin Luther King stop the violence shit, don't think I don't have the mentality of Malcolm X. See, that's what people make the mistake at. Just because somebody is advocating for our people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, or whatever, to stop the violence and stop killing each other and let's become one and live amongst each other in a civilized, union, that don't mean that we forgot where the fuck we came from or we won't put our foot off in your ass. I can be touched like anybody can be touched. God forbid. I don't want to say this the wrong way because y'all know on social media, people take everything and run with it. Even the highest person in this land, y'all know who I'm talking about. I can't say the name. I can't say the name, but y'all know I'm rocking with them. It's vice lords for tea around here, if you know what I mean. Even that person can be touched. None of us are immune to violence. None of us are immune to someone trying to take our life away. But it's all about knowing how to survive. It's all about knowing how to move. It's all about having the mentality of being able to get just as violent as the person that's trying to get violent against you. That's all I can say about it, man, because I'm really trying not to say certain things in this video because y'all know Facebook will take it down, or I don't want to get a knock on my door from the FBI or those Secret Service because I said something that they misconstrued or took a wrong way. Another thing I want to speak on, when I said there are no Bloods and Crips in Chicago, but there are. Yes, there are some Bloods and Crips in Chicago. They just don't represent that shit. If you remember years ago, I think it was, Hurricane Katrina. When Hurricane Katrina had hit New Orleans, when all those people was displaced, they pretty much went wherever they had to go because New Orleans was fucked. New Orleans was underwater. A large majority of them went to Houston, Texas, and Dallas, Texas. Notice, the crime rate increased in Houston and Dallas. A lot of them went to New York, North Carolina, California. Now, California embraced a lot of them because there's some Bloods and some Crips from New Orleans. And out in California, you already know you got Bloods and Crips. So naturally, they're gonna go to who the fuck they've always resonated with. Now, you have a lot of them that also came to Chicago. When they came to Chicago, we never had no Bloods and no Crips here, so we didn't honor that shit. So those Bloods and those Crips that came from New Orleans during Hurricane Katrina, they migrated to whatever area they went to here. They dropped their flag and they picked up the flag of whatever gang or clique that was running in that area. They listened to King Von and Chief Keef and all of that shit, the drill music. So what these other people hear that's not from Chicago, they mostly hear these people in the music not talking about being a vice lord, but talking about being GD or BD. So when they came here to Chicago, they stopped being Bloods and Crips and they picked up another flag. So they are now GDs or BDs, vice lords, Latin Kings, whatever the fuck it is, whatever area they living in. And the reasoning for them doing that, that's like me picking up and I move to California. If I pick up and move to California, I can't go out there saying I'm a vice lord. Now, do you have vice lords in California? I have no fucking idea because I've never been there. But what I do know about California is they have a huge population of Bloods and Crips. So if I go to California and I move into a Crip neighborhood and I want to run the streets or do whatever the fuck I'm doing, who am I going to run with? I'm going to run with the Crips. It's not like I'm going to move into a Blood neighborhood and say, well, I'm going to be a Crip because you surrounded by Bloods and now you the fucking enemy. It's not like I'm going to move into a Crip neighborhood and say, oh, I'm going to be a Blood because now you surrounded by enemies. You're going to be whatever the fuck it is that you're going to be that's surrounded in your area. There's so much I want to speak on, but I really feel like at this moment, I don't feel good. My head is fucking pounding. I got a lot of shit going on, and I just really feel like in this video, I'm not being myself right now. I'm not being upbeat. I feel like I'm stumbling over a lot of fucking words, but y'all get the message. And speaking of message, I just put up a post and I said, I feel like I'm the fat version of Charleston White. Because a lot of people don't like my delivery, but regardless of how my delivery is, you heard what message I was saying. With that being said, man, I'm finna sit back and chill. What I'm doing right now, I'm looking at these motherfuckers out in California. The riots, protests, whatever. Y'all like my musical socks? So I'm looking at this kid. He called himself Nick Shirley. So he boots on the ground. He be covering his shit. That's what I'm looking at right now. When I'm done looking at that shit, I'm going back to, let me show y'all. Going back to old Charleston White right there. And I'm going to finish that interview. But yeah, man, I don't feel like I'm better than nobody. Don't nothing make me better than nobody or worse than nobody. I don't give a fuck if I got 1 million followers or 100 followers. I'm going to speak the same message. I'm going to always be me. I'm going to always represent. I'm going to always speak out against bullshit. I'm not ever backing down from no man, no woman. I don't give a fuck what nobody think negative about me. Over these years, one thing you could say about me being a so-called internet celebrity, me versus other people you see on the internet, no matter if they doing news or comedy or whatever they doing, none of you all can ever say that I have ever changed exactly who I am. I'm the same person I've always been. The fame has never made me feel like I was better than anybody. I've always been the same exact fucking person. I have always spoke the same exact messages. If I'm not speaking on some real shit, I'm trying to joke around and be goofy. I'm either talking about some titties, I'm cracking jokes or something like that. But I will always be me. And I appreciate those of you all who follow me, who can actually understand where I'm coming from. I love y'all, man. Y'all been rocking with me forever. This is my backup page, which is now my main page because they took my other page. Hopefully, I can boost my following back up of the people that I had, because I only want people around me that's like-minded. With that being said, I just feel like I'm just talking too fucking much and I ain't saying nothing at all. So anyway, it's your boy Chicago's very own James J. Hustle Hawthorne, reporting to you live from YN'a. That's Ghetto News Network. And I am your favorite big black big back with a tongue that can speak the truth but do some shit that you can't get your bitch back. And yeah, y'all be safe. That's it. Share the video. Like the video. Follow me on YouTube. You can follow and find me at James J. Hustle Hawthorne, Ghetto News Network, or Funny Black Conservative on all social media platforms. Follow me. If you don't like me, fuck you. Ain't no love lost. Delete me. Y'all be safe out there, people. And here go Facebook again. I can't even end the damn video.